Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Arbonne. Super cool company filled with super cool health and wellness products, and I think they have some makeup now too. Hip hip hooray, let's get right into it.
Okay, so my client chat, it's opened. If you want in, let me know, message me. I'm gonna be doing a pre-order list for anyone who wants a box of the three-banger. I'm just gonna call it three-banger. Anyone who wants that box, because I know these products are going to sell out. I know the Fizz box, three-banger is gonna sell out quick. And that's where the golden ticket is. And then I know the holiday line is gonna sell out quick too, because it is so affordable. The products in there are things you've never seen before, like I've said.
Things I've never seen before, like from Arbonne. I'm still doing my nails. I started them in my other video, but I'll show you guys again in case you didn't see them before. They're from the Dollar Tree. They're so cute. They're like shiny. They look like flowers and then almost like a giraffe print for the pinky nail. Is this really going to be something we've never seen before? Or is it just going to be super new and super fresh, like a new flavor from Arbonne? Come on.
Okay, also, I'm loving my hair right now. I'm gonna be doing a pre-order list. So if you're a client of mine and you're like, I need the holiday line, or I need the Fizz, the three-banger, I need the golden ticket, I'm gonna be pushing your orders through ASAP. So that's what this group chat is going to help with. So if you want in, let me know. I'm probably just gonna start sending out invites to my clients because I know you just need in. Anyways, I'm so excited.
And then on the screen it says, golden tickets are only in the variety pack of Fizz, dropping tomorrow. You win a 30-day to healthy living if you get a ticket. $600 it retails for. These will fly off the shelves. Who do you think is going to be buying those products that are flying off the shelves? I'm guessing it's the variety pack. Who's going to be buying that up? Who's going to be the most motivated to find the golden ticket? Well, gee, do you think it's going to be a regular customer, or do you think it's going to be the distributors? If you said the distributors, I also have that opinion. And then I wanted to show you this screenshot that I found from an Arbonne Hunt story. And in the background, so she's got 4 cups, 4 different fizzies in throwaway cups. Love it. Yay. And then she has just a pile of sticks. She used a fuckload of product for this. Picked up the kiddos from school and brought them both a mango peach fizz, and they were so excited. It's honestly so cool. I get to share these products with them, and I know they're not drinking junk. Yeah, because it's completely different than getting any other supersonic, super special drink from any other store. It's Arbonne. It's got a proprietary blend, and you can't find anything like this anywhere. So when I've raised concerns about MLMers giving their products to their kids, this is one of the things I'm talking about. I'm not making it up. They literally give these products to their children. Not all of them. I would think not even most of them. I would hope. Really, I think my hope is fading though. Give the ingestible products to their kids. I would hope we're using a little bit more discernment than that. But she's not. And then look how nasty this looks in the cup. And these girls from different MLMs will really lean into the aesthetically pleasing content. And I love that. I don't know how to do it. And so I love seeing other people do it. I just hate to see like their skills, like curating content like this, being wasted in an MLM. It just kind of sucks. I feel like they could do more. Sleepy Girl mocktail, quarter cup tart cherry juice, 1 immunity fizz stick, blackberry Waterloo, ice. And then she's got the fizz that looks like mold. It looks like mold. Is it going to grow hair next? That's what it looks like to me. Like she's trying to romanticize the nasty drink she's making. She's trying to make it look better than it is, because the products just don't speak for themselves. So you got to really do it up with the marketing that you're making for free for this company. Do you guys remember the gal pal who I spoke about her in my last Monations coverage video? And then she was the girl who I included in a video a few years ago. I loved her energy. She wanted to be very matter of fact and sound well, very knowledgeable about what she was talking about, but I felt like it was misplaced and misused for the MLM. And I really do like her, and I really think she could do so much more, but maybe it's just me. So let's look at her wall. Look at this wall. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 plus, I'm assuming, awards from Monat. She just has those on the wall. At what point do you, after all those super cool, super valid awards, at what point do you realize it's bullshit? And then how far do you have to be in MLM and that kind of thinking to continue to achieve big in Monat and recruit other people to do the same when you see for yourself that most people aren't reaching it? At this point, with all your awards and all your success in MLM, you have to know that most of the people you're recruiting aren't going to be successful. The revolving door never stops. Like, it is very rare in MLM that you are recruiting people who are staying in long term. It's just a game of who can I get in my MLM on my team, and then, oh my gosh, what can I do to get them to stay? Or if you're a super recruiter and you're recruiting so many people, I'm not going to convince anybody to stay or work on my team. If people want to be here, they'll do the work. Next, I want to play you a clip that I found on a Hunt's page who wants to spread and she is in the company Bellame.
My mother was a realtor. Several years ago, she had a client named who met her and found her through a Facebook post, so proof that content works. My mother spent 12 hours showing this sweet lady houses only for them to not be able to purchase. Now, a lot of realtors in this situation would have felt a bit flustered, frustrated, maybe even moved on, but not my mom. My mom stayed connected with her because she enjoyed getting to know her and because my mother is a wonderful human being. Some time went on and reached back out to my mother and they started looking at houses again. But something happened that day. I believe that she opened up to her because my mom had stayed connected and she opened up to her about the struggles of being a mom to 4 small boys while her husband was deployed. And so in turn, my mother decided she felt safe and opened up to about something that our family was going through.
Are you feeling effectively manipulated yet? Is this pulling on any of your heartstrings? We've got the military involved. This lady's talking about her mom. I think there's going to be some trauma dumping, don't you?
See, what nobody knew at the time was my dad had stage 5 kidney failure. And my dad was on a transplant list. And they told him it'll take 5 years to get to the top. And you don't have 5 years.
And you might be wondering, what could this lady, like, what would the motivation be behind this lady speaking about her hardships, which I am sorry to hear about that. Like, that is hard. But what is her motivation behind speaking about this at it looks like a Bellame conference, like there's a giant bee in the back, like on the stage. And in her bio, it does say that she's like a speaker. And I think she has some other things going on, but it also appears like she's a Bellame rep. So we're using this to get people recruited into the MLM, aren't we? Oh no, we're inspiring fellow leaders in Bellame. We're inspiring women to want more, or maybe see that their life isn't so hard because she's had it so hard. And this will lead people to stay in longer when they've been in long enough. The day you join, that's like long enough. And if you decide you want to leave after that in MLM, I say that you can do whatever you want if that's what you want to do. You probably won't even break even. You're probably going to end up losing money, even if it's just the starting cost.
So Jenny asked my mom one question that day. She said, how would somebody even find out if they're a match? My mother gave her the information, just talked with her, didn't think anything of it. And 2 months later, I called my mother and she said, I'm a match and I want to give my kidney to your husband. And she did, with no conditions, no recognition, just complete selflessness. She gave my father the gift of life she expected nothing in return. That kind of generosity is so hard to put into words. She didn't do it because she had to, she did it because she could. Because she's the kind of person who chooses love over comfort and sacrifice over convenience.
There we go. Do you see those little points that this is why she's telling the story, so she can make these points to make you think about that you need to do these things. Not that you need to donate your organs to anybody, but that you need to think about how you can apply this to the MLM. Because there's no way other to do that than to use your hardships in life to motivate people to stay in the MLM, to build the top boss babes paychecks, because they're not really building their own, are they?
All began with connection. That began with kindness and authenticity, not a business transaction. I need y'all to hear me when I say this. You never know what a real conversation can do for somebody. You never know what leading with heart and not agenda, what doors that will open. Be the person who
She just say not leading with agenda, but the agenda's there, isn't it? Just like it is for you right now on stage. Don't you have an agenda? And I think we can see right through it. You're speaking at an MLM convention. You're not just happen to be sharing this on your social media. It's very obvious what you're trying to do. Probably not to people in the audience, because it certainly was not obvious to me when I was in MLM, but it's obvious from the outside that you have an agenda. And it's not well hidden. I think you are leading with the agenda because it's so in your face.
follows up. Be the person who checks in to make people feel seen. Be the person who checks in even if there's no sale in sight, because you never know what that will.
See? Check in even if there's no sale in sight. So you need, I think this is where MLM gets very unprofessional, because as MLMers, you're just salespeople, now you have to be emotionally invested, or try to get your customers or in your team to be emotionally invested in you. And you have money at stake at the same time. And I don't think that's right. I think that's a breach of some sort of ethics, because now you cannot be professional. Now you have to be like friends with people to keep that relationship going, and you have to pretend it's not about the sale. Well, really, are you checking in with all your customers? You know, if let's say you're in MLM for 10 years, are you really checking in with all those people? When let's say you had 100 customers in that time, which yikes, but let's say you had 100 customers and 50 of them have stopped buying over the 10 years. Are you still reaching out to those 50 people? Are you? I don't think it'd be good use of time, quite honestly. And I don't think it's professional to be doing that either if they're not customers. Like, honestly, that would be annoying. If I'm getting reached out to by a company that I'm buying from, like on a personal level, not just the usual emails that you can unsubscribe from. It's harder to unsubscribe from a person who's crawled up your ass in your DMs, isn't it?
Lead to, not just in business, but in life. And if you're wanting to build a legacy business, it's your kindness and your character that are going to build it. And it could be the very thing that impacts somebody's life. Thank you, guys.
Impact somebody's life. She doesn't mean like do these things to be a better friend. She means do this because you'll get that check, girl. Now we're going to hear from a boss babe who's going to help the dudes pick out gifts for their ladies.
Hey buddy, you do know that Christmas is in 11 Fridays. Your girl or your wife is probably already planning out your presents, your family's presents, your parents' presents, and your kids' presents. What if this year you think proactively, you go ahead and grab her stocking stuffer so she doesn't have to stuff it herself? She is going to want this oil. Now she may have a bunch of little serums and potions and
I hope if you're watching this, you have not had to stuff your own stocking. And if you did, I hope it's some real nice shit, and I hope you didn't have to pay for it. And I do appreciate that she's wanting to help them do the bare minimum, but really, if they're not thinking of, wow, my wife literally does everything for the holidays, let me put something in her stocking because she's doing everything for us, why would they be motivated to buy overpriced hair care? Like, if they weren't interested in that before. Also, like, are men on your profile? Is the algorithm showing your content to men? I'm happy to report that most of my audience is women. And men, if you're here, as long as you respect the space, you know, you're welcome to be here on a trial basis. I kid, or do I? Still prepping my nails. I'm doing the acetone on the back. If you guys know who Nina Poole is, that's where I got this idea from. I think it might have been somebody else, but I think I saw this from Nina Poole. And I've been doing it, and I think it's a really good hack, and it's easier than buffing the back of your press-on nails. And I do think it's been helping them stay on longer. Like, if her audience is men, I'd be scared. I'd be scared if her audience was a lot of men.
bottles on her vanity already that you have no clue what they actually do. But you're probably always hearing her about her hair, her thinning, her frizz, her damage, her blonde being dry. What I can tell you is, as a stylist, oil is the GOAT.
I think also you might be setting up yourself for some resentment. Because unless she's asked for your help, why would she want your help in any of those areas? And why would she want your opinion? Like, you're like, as a dude, like, as a dude, because I'm the dude, as a woman, I'm not going to go ask my husband, what do you think would work for my bald spots? What do you think would help my hair not be so thin? Oh, my hair's blonde and it breaks off so much. What do you think would help? I wouldn't fucking ask. I would know exactly what I want. And if it's pricey, you know, and I feel like I have to wait for a holiday, I'm gonna be straight up and let him know what I want. I wouldn't be happy or proud that he wasted money on an MLM product. I would be sad. And then what if he signed up, you know, because maybe he's not paying attention or isn't privy to how MLMs function, and he signed up for whatever they call their auto ship, and then he's paying for that. That would not be a nice surprise come January. And when the cycle runs again.
The greatest oil of all time. Her scalp and her hair are begging her for this oil. This is going to save the day. You are going to be the hero that gave it to her. So cheers to you for being proactive. By spring break, she's going to have the best hair of her life, and she's going to be thanking you. Now, just to keep it sneaky, you can drop a present in the comments, or you can send me this reel. I'll send you the link to the exclusive savings and free shipping that I can grab you. Hey, buddy.
Wow, we just really need to beef up men's egos to do the not even match the efforts of their partners, who are oftentimes women. We just need to beef them up. They need to be the hero by buying some overpriced oil. So dudes, if you're listening, that's how you do it. You're not at all setting yourself up for a fucking fight with your girl. No, this is gonna be a smashing success. Like, unless she's come to you with like this as a request, why would you buy this? How would that go well? Like, anything other than telling your partner, unless they ask, of course, anything other than you are the queen of my soul, you're the most beautiful thing I have ever fucking seen. Like, it should just be shit straight out of not the Gatsby, maybe the Gatsby. Pride and Prejudice. You've bewitched me, body and soul. Mind and soul? Body and soul, I think it was. Oh my God. I watched that movie when I was younger, but then when I watched it as an adult, are you kidding me? All right, so that is it for this video. I'm going to get off of this. Oh my God, no. Oh my God. There's nothing more embarrassing than filming and there's people outside. Just please, please. I'm gonna film the outro over here so that they can't see me anymore. So if you guys like this video, give a little likesy poo from way over here. If you have commentary for the class, leave that below. And if you super like this video, share it with your besties. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.